more Stardew, and I will be exposing an embarrassing story. So stay tuned. I hope everybody's having a wonderful Wednesday. I am. Normally I would stream tomorrow, but tomorrow's my son's 5th birthday, so I want to focus on that. But yeah, here we go. Yeah, I'm just really excited. I hope everybody enjoys. And yeah, here we go. We're gonna go back to Spruce Farm. I hope everybody is excited because I am, and I'm having a ball with it. All right, here we go. So, gonna check the weather. See what our fortune is today. Ooh, we have a little extra luck today. So I think I said this last week, but I'm gonna say it again. They are doing construction on my street, and they're currently working like right outside the window. So, if you guys do hear noises, I'm sorry. Not really anything I can do about it, but it's only gonna be for a few weeks. Well, not a few weeks. I wish it was only for a few weeks. For the next 2 months, they're going to be doing work. So hopefully the weather behaves and they can get it done rather quickly. But it is what it is. So yeah, here we are back on Spruce Farm, just doing our farm chores, our farmly chores. Got the chickens all taken care of, getting our crops collected. Gonna have a good old time. Got all these carrots and strawberries. I wish I had a green thumb in real life. I do my best. Okay, looks like I'm getting a little washed out, so let's turn that off. Does that help? Yeah, it helps a little bit. Aw, Cosmo. Okay, so I believe we were working on getting an upgrade, so to speak. So let's get this fire going. We're gonna have to go to the mines though. 2. Gonna have to go mine some more copper. If we're going to do some mining, could plant some more carrots and sell those guys. And this, take that with us. Flip out some tools. We'll water those when we get back. I know I just put my watering can away. That didn't seem smart, but it's what happened. Okay, do we have any Halloween friends? Capper ore. Capper. Let's go get some capper. Yay! Lobster nuggies. Yes, we are wearing a frog hat. I hope you guys are excited. I got an exciting story to tell today. I'm going to tell an embarrassing story from my childhood that I promised if you guys helped me out by reaching affiliate. And you guys did that, so as a thank you, I'm going to embarrass myself a little bit. Oh, you know, the good stuff. Say hi to Sebastian, who's a little emo boy. Also thinking about maybe changing up my streaming schedule, but I don't know when yet, but I will definitely let you guys know. Wow, there's not a lot of forageables around here, which is going to be a problem because I want to go mining, but we don't have fuel to mine. Oh, hey, look at that. Well, I guess we'll see what we can do with this. I don't think we've gotten very far in the mines. Nope, we have not. Alright. Buckle up, guys. Here we go. Yeah. So I have quite a few embarrassing childhood stories. I guess I could share a few of them with you guys. But the one I want to share is the one that people give me the most crap about because for some reason I thought it was super cool to tell this story, and in reality it was like didn't make sense. But you know, I think I was like 9 or 10 when I told this story. Like, you know, you're a kid, you have no idea what's going on, you just talk and want to be cool, and that's what happened. Was I wanted to be cool, and I think I was trying too hard. But I remember it clearly because I think it was Christmas. It was around Christmas, and I was wearing a pink John Elway jersey, and the cousins and I were like goofing around and playing, you know, hanging out at the grandparents' house. And the grandparents' house we hung out at was like super cool. It had like all these bedrooms and like all this space for kids to run around. So, you know, like, it was cool. I have a lot of fond memories of that house, and if I ever could, I would buy it because it just reminds me of some really good times. Anyway, so we had done Christmas, and it was later in the evening, and everybody's kind of like off doing their own things. You know, the adults are like watching sports and hanging out, and the kids are separated into groups because, you know, all my cousins and everybody, the boys were kind of off doing their own thing, and then the girls were also doing their own thing. And we gathered around because the traditional Christmas meal at my grandparents' house was to get some like Papa John's take and bake pizzas, and we get like 1 million of them because there were so many of us. And at the dinner table, I decided to tell the story, which I thought I laid out the framework that it was that it would be believable. Let's put it that way. I thought I laid out the framework that it would be believable. Because my elementary school was up in the mountains. So, you know, we saw a lot of wild animal activity. Like, there was a bear on the playground at one point. Not when anybody was there, thankfully. Nobody got hurt, but it was just there. And we got told about it, and I thought it was super cool, and I wouldn't stop talking about it for like weeks after it happened. But, so, you know, we were taught a lot of wildlife safety at this school because, you know, it was up in the mountains, and, you know, we had to be concerned about rattlesnakes and, you know, animals. The house we lived at, a black bear broke into my mom's car because, you know, kids, they leave McDonald's fries and stuff in there. And so, yeah, we had to be concerned about wildlife. So, my 9-year-old brain, 9 or 10-year-old brain, I'm not sure, we'll just say 9, thought it would be, yep, Stardew Valley, welcome in, Jody. My 10-year-old brain thought it'd be super cool to tell this story about how I fought a rattlesnake. For clarification, I never fought a rattlesnake. But, you know, when you're a kid, you just kind of like, yeah, this sounds believable. So, I was like, hey guys, do you want to hear what happened at school? And everybody's like, sure. And I was like, there was a rattlesnake on the playground. And everybody's like, what? Because, you know, in Colorado, they're pretty prevalent. I wouldn't say they're like a major problem. Like where my parents live now, they do see them frequently, but it's not like, you know, something that they're constantly having to look out for. I don't know how to put it in the right frame of words, but so I was like, yeah, there was a rattlesnake on the playground. And they're like, wow, what happened? And I was like, well, because my school had two playgrounds. We had the upper playground and the lower playground. The lower playground was like, you know, normal playground. It was swings, the playground set, sand, all that. And then the upper playground was like gravel and like a field. It was field gravel where we played a lot of sports, although it was kind of difficult because there was a lot of goat heads. And I was like, yeah, they had to evacuate the playground because there was, you know, a snake. And everyone was like, wow, that's so interesting. And I was like, okay, this was feeding my ego, so obviously I had to keep going. So I kept going. I was like, yeah. And like the teacher got everybody out, but there was this one little kid trapped on like the playground set because he was scared. And you know, the teachers were trying to get to him, but they didn't want to, you know, aggravate the snake. So I jumped in, and they're like, "What?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I distracted the snake so the kid could run to the teacher." And everybody's just kind of like giving me that side eye, like, you know, like, what? And they let me finish. And so I kept going, and I was like, yeah, and I fought the snake off. And and I was like, so I faced off with the snake, battling it with a stick. And of course, you know, I was pretty detailed in the, you know, story. And I fought the snake off, and it knocked me out. And this is the part people glaze over when you retell stories, is I said I got knocked out for what felt like 3 days, and everybody else heard, oh, she got knocked out for 3 days. That's ridiculous. And then, to make matters worse, because it was in front of a bunch of adults, of course, it had to be, they start picking apart the story. And I felt like horribly embarrassed. And so I told this story thinking I'd be the hero, thinking I'd be cool, and it ended up that it was not cool, and I was not the hero. It was just like really embarrassing because I thought it was super cool. Turns out that yeah, sometimes stories are not super cool when you tell them. And yeah, my mom still gives me crap about that to this day. And I'm 29 years old. So that was like 20 years ago. Around 20 years ago. I told a story about how I fought a snake at school. And I was a hero. I hope you guys enjoyed that story. It brings a lot of good memories to me when it gets brought up. It is embarrassing. I'm not gonna lie. It is horribly embarrassing. Mainly not because of like that I told it and it was a complete lie, but the fact that like people get the story details wrong. That's what bothers me the most. Is I distinctly remember saying that I got knocked out for what felt like 3 days, because realistically, if you got knocked out for 3 days at your school and your parents, they would have to call your parents. So, yeah, that's my embarrassing story. I was quite the storyteller, as my mom would put it, when I was younger. I once wrote a story about a evil yarn ball. Um, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that story because it's a fond memory for me. Another embarrassing story is, I guess I'll just share a bunch of them with you guys. Is, when, I want to say around like 10-ish, I was, my parents had to make me start wearing safety goggles for a while brushing my teeth. Explanation as to why was, I got really bored with brushing my teeth because, you know, it's like the same motion over and over again. And basically, like, as a kid, you're naturally curious, and I hope that everybody's a naturally curious kid, because, you know, you learn a lot. Even if you mess up, you learn a lot. So, instead of doing this motion while brushing my teeth, I was like, why doesn't anybody do it this way? Like, up and down. And shortly thereafter, I found out why. But, yeah, I was brushing my teeth, and I decided, you know, like, hey, I'll give this a shot. And so I was brushing my teeth, and I was doing it this way, and I got overconfident with it, and I missed, and my toothbrush bounced off my cheek and went straight into my eye. And, yeah, I started screaming, because obviously, like, it really hurt. I don't know if you've ever gotten, like, minty toothpaste in your eye, but it legitimately does hurt. And my parents came in, and it was, son of a biscuit, we just killed one of our strawberry plants. Oh well. We're only gonna get one harvest anyway, so yeah, I started screaming because, like, it legitimately hurt. I was scared that I was gonna go blind. Probably overreacted a little bit because I'm a little bit of a hypochondriac. And yeah, my parents started laughing when I told them what happened. And then they suggested if I'm going to experiment with brushing my teeth, I should wear safety goggles. And I had to wear safety goggles for like a week and a half because I was super smart. And yeah. Ta-da! So, for any of you watching out there, do not brush your teeth vertically, only horizontally. I repeat, you will stab yourself in the eye. It will happen, and it will really hurt. So just don't do it. Okay, did we do the spring crops? I believe so. Alright, well, I guess I can sell this one then. We gotta go fishing for sardines and pet Cosmo because he's a good cat. Does anybody know, like, of any better ways to bond with your animal? Because I would like to get a second animal at some point. Oh, we don't need a sword to go fishing. Could you imagine, like, going fishing with a sword? That'd be kind of interesting, just hacking at the water and somebody walks by and they're like, what is going on? We also have a ton of geodes, I believe, so let's go open those as well. Trying to think of other funny stories I can tell you guys. As a kid, I didn't have real good volume control. And so, like, I would get overly excited about things and, like, start yelling them super loud. And my parents would get embarrassed because some of the things, like, taken out of context were really bad. I'm not saying, like, I was, like, cursing or anything, but, you know. One time when we were at Village Inn, I was trying to tell my dad a funny joke, but I personally cannot tell jokes very well because I end up laughing the entire time. I laugh through the joke. I can do like basic dad jokes because, you know, they're funny, but they're not that funny. But any like super funny joke, I have to literally tell it to myself a million times before like I'm comfortable enough to not laugh through the entire thing. So I was telling my dad this whale joke, and it involved a whale penis. That's all I can remember. It involved a whale penis. And he kept reminding me, he's like, Kiana, we're out in public, so you need to keep your voice down. And I was like, okay. And I kept giggling, and I kept giggling through it. And finally, when it came to the punchline, which involved saying whale penis, or the word for whale penis. Oh, dork. That's what it is. It was dork. When the punchline came to that, I said it super loud, and a bunch of people stared at us. And my dad was super embarrassed, and my mom came back to the table and was found out and got really mad. So, yeah. Public humiliation is awesome. Wow, we're getting a lot of stuff. But yeah, there was that one. And then, trying to think of another time. Okay. Boop. We will be rearranging this eventually to be rainbow organized. But for right now, we're just gonna donate a bunch of stuff. There we go. Let's see. Oh, heck yeah. Seeds. Not that we can plant any right now because guess what? It's the end of the season. Okay, we're gonna have to make a pit stop at home to drop off some stuff because our pockets are full. And then we'll go fishing for sardines. I guess another sort of embarrassing story was while my husband and I were dating still, I got invited over for a game night with his family. And we were playing like Cards Against Humanity, and everybody's, you know, hanging out and everything was fine. And I noticed my brother-in-law opened the pantry door, and there was this huge spider on it. And I noticed it, and I pointed it out. I was like, hey, like, careful there. There's a spider. And he decides that it'd be a good idea to flick it off the door and flick it away. Well, instead of flicking it away, he flicked it at me, and it fell down my shirt. And I started to freak out because I couldn't find the spider. And I ran up to the bathroom and began to like flip out because I legitimately could not find the spider. It was just gone. And yeah, so it kind of ruined the mood for the game night. And it was embarrassing, and he felt really terrible. It was an accident, though. He didn't do it purposely. I mean, kudos to him if he could like aim like that to flick it into my shirt, but it was an accident, and it freaked me out. And my husband came up to check on me, and like I had half my clothes off because I couldn't find the spider. And I'm pretty sure it fell somewhere downstairs before I went up to the bathroom, but it was funny. Yeah. To this day, I still have no idea where that spider went. Trying to think of other funny things. Does anybody else like accidentally like develop an accent when they're like upset or something, or when they're talking? Because occasionally, and it happens with my mom too, sometimes when she gets upset enough and she starts cursing, or, you know, just like mad, she sounds She sounds like a pirate or an Irishman. She'll, she'll, oh my gosh. I'm not gonna say the actual curse word, but she'll be like, "Dagnabbit," or something like that. And it's really funny. Yeah. And this morning when we were taking my soon, he'll be 5 tomorrow. We're trying to get used to saying 5. I'm not ready for him to be 5 yet. While we were taking him to school, I had a mint in my mouth and I set it on my tongue, and then we were talking about fixing one of the kids' phones because something happened to it. You know, adulting. And I said I was gonna do it, but it came out Irish because the mint was on my tongue, so I couldn't like fully move it yet. And my husband's like, "Did you just go Irish?" Look at that. We got a flounder. Do we need that for anything? Maybe? Not river fish. Obviously, that's not a river fish. No. No. I don't think we do. But yeah. I've done a lot of dumb things. And I feel like it's funny now to think back on them. Oh, I told this story to my husband the other day, and he thought it was funny because we were reminiscing about working at a certain big box store, and how we kind of miss Jelly. How we kind of miss not necessarily working there, but like working with some of the people and just like the job. But I was a cashier and I was working in the garden center. I'm not gonna say the name of the company because I don't want to get in trouble. But I was working as a cashier out in the garden center, and you know, at the time the head cashier wasn't a big fan of me. I don't know what I did, but she just like didn't like me. So whenever I was working as a cashier, she wouldn't let me stay up in the front area. She would always send me to either lumber or garden center, which was fine. I didn't mind it. I'd rather do that than listen to her talk and gossip about people. Anyway, so I was out there and I was kind of milling about doing my own business because it was early in the morning and not a lot of people were shopping at the garden center. It was kind of chilly. And there was this one lady who was like shopping in the clearance plants. And I could, like where the clearance plants were like literally right next to the cash register. So I could see what she was doing. She would take marked down plants and then take their tags off and put the marked down prices on brand new plants. And I let the manager know, but there was like, unless we had like physical proof of her doing it, which we did not have a camera out there where I was, we couldn't really do anything. So I watched her do that, and then she came to check out, and you know, working in customer service, you have to be nice. And so I was nice. I was like, "Hi ma'am, did you find everything all right?" And she, no joke, looks me dead in the face and says, "You're not very pretty." Or something, either that or your face doesn't look very nice. And it was just, you know, it was a little off-putting. And I'm like, I wanted, like, I didn't know what to do. I was 18, you know. How do you take that? How do you take that when somebody, like, dead ass looks you in the face, excuse my language, and says, your face is not very good looking? And I try not to judge people, but this lady had like a lot of work done. Like, you could tell she had a lot of work done. And So I continued with the transaction. I maintained being nice, even though I was told from several people I had the full-on right to be an asshole. Excuse my language again. Sorry. I had the full-on right to be a jerk, and I still maintained nicely. And yeah, lady checked out, left, and then guess what? A few minutes later, I get a call from the head cashier. Like 20 minutes later, and she goes, "Hey, are you busy right now?" I'm like, "No." And she's like, "Is there any customers?" I'm like, "No." And she's like, "Well, we just got a call about a complaint about you." And I was like, "Was it a lady?" And they're like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "Well, this is what happened." And I'm like, before anything else is said, this is what happened. And I explained the situation. I also added in the part where she was legitimately, like, stealing plants. She was stealing plants. That was theft. So I put that part in. I let my boss know what happened. And she was like, "All right, never mind then." You handled that with grace. I don't think anybody else would have handled it the same way. And I'm like, well, you know, like, what do you say at that point when somebody tells you your face doesn't look very nice? Like, honestly, what do you say? And yeah, and then I got called into the store manager's office, and I thought I was in trouble, but I wasn't, and they gave me a Starbucks gift card as an apology. So yeah. I think everybody should work in customer service at one point in their life, because you see a real different side to people when they're shopping. And I tell you what, like, no joke, people are not nice. Those videos about Karens and stuff, that actually legitimately happens. So, if you work in customer service, more kudos to you, because I don't ever want to do that again. I really don't. And I'm not saying all interactions are bad, but you have to have, like, a really tough skin to work in customer service. And I don't know, it was hard for me. So, kudos to customer service workers, and you know what, people, sometimes they can't control things, so you gotta just be patient. You need to get over yourselves, because you're not the only person in the world, and it's not the person standing in front of you's fault, it's the company. A lot of the big... Oh, sweet, we caught a halibut. A lot of the big, like, corporations don't give a crap about their customers, and a lot of people don't see that. They just see, well, this person's supposed to serve me, so that they're obviously at fault, and it's not them. It's really not. There are a few times where it is the person, but most of the time it's not them. Some things are out of their control, some things, you know, are on the customer for poor planning. You know, so just take it with a grain of salt and don't be jerks to people working in customer service. So yeah. We were fishing for sardines, and we've caught one, I think, and all the other fish we could possibly think of. So, fun time. Can I get a ribbit in the chat? You guys like the frog hat? Because I do, and it's fun. Oh, we have 2 sardines. We need 1 more. It's getting late, and we don't have a lot of energy left. Hopefully this won't make us pass out and we lose half our stuff, because that would be very disappointing. Nope. Okay, let's eat this before we die. Okay, so I think we have one more day. Nope, today is the last day. Guess we can eat the sea jelly. Gross. Why does it crunch? Or nice. Oh wow. That works really well. Alright. Sardine, here we go. A broken CD. Well, maybe now the fisherman guy is out of the way. You know what, I'm not going to continue with this because it's late, it's the last day. We can't even give the fish to him anyway, so there we go. I'm not being negative, I am being honest. Oh, we got a cutscene. Sorry about the background noises. I'm not joking. There's like a very thin wall between where they're working and where I'm trying to do my stream, so enjoy. Grrr, sounds like those raccoons are back again, filthy varmints. Ah, you turned up at the right moment, miss. Could you do an old man a favor and go around the corner to scare off these raccoons for me? They've been causing a real mess. Thanks. Make sure you give them a good scare so they don't come back. I'm not gonna scare Lioness. It was me. I'm sorry. I don't... They're like vibrating the house. What is going on? We're gonna be nice to him. I'm not gonna be mean. We have one homeless man in this entire town. I feel bad. Maybe I'll have to like invest in some soundproofing panels while this is going on. They're not that expensive, but... feels like that scene in Jurassic Park right now where the T-Rex got out of its cage and you can see the cup of water vibrating. That's what it feels like right now. I can't imagine what it must feel like, because I'm on the second floor of my house. Wonder what it feels like on the first floor. Alright, well, either way, we made a good buck. Maybe we should go make friends with Shane, buy him a pizza. We're not contributing to his alcoholism. But we'll give him a pizza so we can get the blue chicken. No, don't eat the pizza. It's not for you. Buys pizza, eats the pizza in front of Shane, who we're trying to give the pizza to. How messed up would that be if you invited people to your birthday party and like they brought you gifts and like they were edible gifts, but they ate them in front of you? That would be the weirdest birthday party. Alright. Do we need to donate any of these fish? Alright, I'm gonna undo the Velcro strap because it's making me itchy. Okay, we got a lot of ocean fish. No. Night fish. No. Oh, dang it, we could have donated that. Why didn't you guys tell me? You're supposed to be on top of this, guys. I'm kidding. Don't leave, guys. You're my friends. I'm sorry. It was a terrible joke. Okay, I really don't want this other fishing pole. Can I sell it? So I don't have two? Because it's just taking up a bunch of storage and I don't have enough storage. And I know somebody will be like, oh, you can just make another chest. I don't want to make another chest right now. You know what I want to do? Is not do that. Oh, so itchy. Heck yeah, look at that. Big money. Wow, we reached 15K. You wouldn't know it. Okay, I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be rainy today. So we might be able to get away with, don't have watering to do. So we might go mining, but I don't know if we have, enough snickety snacks to do so. And we have raw eggs. We could just eat raw eggs. That would be gross. Don't do that. Don't eat raw eggs. Okay, we can make one of those. I guess that sort of helps. I guess we'll just take a couple of eggs with us as well. And we'll go foraging. On the way. Only one egg? What is this? What are you guys doing in here? Oh, there it is. Might help if we look for the egg. Can we make a mayo thing yet? Oh, heck yeah. So 15 wood, 15 stone. Stop shaking my stream, guys. Jesus. And copper. Wham bam, thank you, ma'am. Now we can make mayonnaise, which is disgusting. You guys can judge me all you want, but you guys who eat mayonnaise is just gross. Ew. Anyway. Does anybody know? Are we gonna upgrade our axe or pickaxe? Let's upgrade our axe first, since we kind of don't need it today. I can't remember if I need wood or not, so I'm gonna bring it with me. I don't think so. No, it's just money, bronze bars, and the tool you want to upgrade. So let's go upgrade that while it's rainy. And then we'll go from there. I think the next big step we should probably work on is getting a cow. Yeah? Should we get a cow? A mooer? I suppose we could try to say hi to everybody. What a lazy B-word. Is it really that hard to just go around and say hello to everybody? I had to do it. What time do they open? 9? Oh my gosh, we have so much time to kill. I guess we'll go dig through people's trash cans. Maybe Lioness will feel less subconscious about it. Self-conscious or subconscious? Self-conscious. Clearly, I'm a professional. I know what I'm talking about. She says as she messes up a word. Okay, there we go. We killed time. Upgrade tools. We can make a copper trash can? Wow, okay. Sweet. There we go. Now it's time to go mining. Has anybody else played Deep Rock Galactic? It's like this dwarf simulator where you go mining and you fight bugs. My husband and my kids play it, along with like a few of the other family members, and I don't get it. I don't understand it. But everybody's into it, and they always say rock and stone. And since they play it so much, my youngest, will sometimes be like rock and stone. And it's really adorable. So, yeah, there's that. Alright, we need to get to level 15. We keep doing this where we, like, go down and then get distracted. And, of course, it's infected today. Infested, not infected. Oh my gosh. So, during the pandemic, I think, yeah, it had to be during the pandemic, our kids had been begging us to get them phones, and we finally did. But, the issue was that, you know, the kids weren't in school because, you know, COVID, that fun jazz. And I was getting really into Breath of the Wild, Legend of Zelda. And so, you know, our son was like a year old, maybe a little older, close to 2 at that point. And, holy cow. What are they doing? Somebody is like... Wow. Okay. Sorry about that. Sounds like a machine is giving it to the ground or something. And it's like the house is shaking a little bit. Anyway. So, you know, their first phones. They're playing. I'm playing Breath of the Wild. Our youngest is like crawling around, doing baby things. You know how babies be. And at the time, our living room was set up to where I had to put like the couch cushions to block a way out so he didn't escape. Because, yeah, he's really good at escaping. And I was sitting on the floor, playing Zelda, hanging out with the kids. And my oldest is sitting next to me. He's playing a game on his phone. And it's like about like infection and spreading and like zombies. I don't know. I wasn't really paying attention because I was, you know, Zeldaing. And out of nowhere, you know, we had been talking about Zelda. Out of nowhere, this kid goes, "Oh no, help! It's mutating! I don't like it when it mutates!" And, like, I just start laughing, and I'm like, that's not something you should just announce to everybody, is that something's mutating. And it's a joke now. Yeah. That it's mutating. That was really funny. I don't know, our family dynamic is, like, if you can't laugh at yourself, then it's not fun. You should be able to laugh at your little mistakes. And you should teach your kids to also laugh at their little mistakes, too, because I feel like that's important for self-confidence. Like, when you're a 15-year-old, Frog leaps headfirst into the table because he was searching the ground for the chocolate chip he lost. Yeah, you should teach them to laugh about things like that. So that way when they grow up and they make smaller mistakes when they're older, I feel like they're more successful. What is this? What is that? What is it? Tell me your secrets. Alright. What is up with the mines and, like, the different ladder entrances? Like, you have the one ladder that you go down, which is fine. And then you have, like, the other ladders where they appear if you, like, hit certain rocks or if you defeat things. What is that about? Does that take you to different levels, or is it, like, just an alternate route? Oh my gosh. Should I go outside and be like, guys, I'm streaming. Can you, like, not? No, I shouldn't do that. That's terrible. It'd be funny, though. In the frog hat, too. Be like, guys, I'm trying to work. And, it's really distracting to try to work. Sound all professional, too. Could you imagine? No, these guys are super nice. I talked to the crew lead because we had some concerns about, you know, what exactly they were doing. I don't like being that person, but, like, they told us that they were fixing the water lines in our neighborhood, which is fine. I mean, more power to them. Fix it up. But for, like, 2 months, everything's gonna be, like, really disruptive and everything, and that's fine. But the way they made it sound like they were tearing up the entire street. Like, you couldn't park there, okay. I don't have enough health or things for health to deal with that, so we're gonna go. But yeah, and so we were concerned because, you know, like, we have a lot of cars. We have a lot of cars. I say hi. Hi. What? Saying hello. Oh, yeah, that's right. Look, I already forgot. A leak. But yeah, I talked to the crew lead just because we were concerned about what was happening. And so they were super nice. Excuse me, I need to say hello to your wife. Excuse. Wait, can we say, okay, so we have tomorrow too. I guess we'll get some of it done. But it's late, and a lot of people are going to be going home. And we've not made friends with anybody to, like, really go into their room. Somebody's triggering the cameras. Ooh. I don't know if I can tell the raccoon story. Lobster nuggets, can I tell the raccoon story? Is that allowed? Hello? Friend, can I tell the story? Alright, I'm gonna tell it anyway. I can apologize later. So my husband and I have similar knee injuries, but on opposite knees. So mine's on my right knee, and his is on his left knee. So between us, we make a good pair of knees, and between us, we also have 2 bad knees. He hurt his jumping down the stairs at Blackhawk when he was hanging out with some buddies. I hurt mine jumping off the swings. I was not drunk. I was completely sober at a playground. I jumped off, heard pop, pop, crack, and there you go. We don't have the same exact injuries, I'm pretty sure, but we just both have really bad knees. And so one night we made a late night McNaldo's run. And if you don't know what McNaldo's is, it's a McDonald's. Girl needs her chicken nuggets, as you can probably tell from my name. I live off of them because I'm a child. And our basement stairs, sometimes the carpet comes up and we just have to like fix it real quick. It's not a huge deal. And we were going down in the basement because we have a cutscene with Shane. Quick pause on the story. Up late, huh? Have a cold one. No, friend, we don't drink. But I guess we will today, because we're trying to make friends to get chickens from you. But life. You ever feel like no matter what you do, you're gonna fail? Like you're stuck in some miserable abyss and you're so deep you can't see the light of day. Oh, friend. I'm sorry. People are talking outside the door really loud, and we can hear them. I just feel like no matter how hard I try, I'm not strong enough to climb out of that hole. Oh, friend, we'll help you. Wow. Huh, fast drinker, a woman after my own heart. Just don't make the habit. Future have you still. Friend. Oh. Shane. That's no bueno. Am I gonna turn into one of those I can fix him girlies? I don't know. Anyway. I guess we could do some night fishing, because we have a lot of energy, and I want to make that moolah. Anyway, back to the raccoon story. So in front of our house, we have a storm drain, which raccoons seem to live in. We've had a few generations of raccoons living in there. And I had yet to see one, so I got a little excited about it. And I looked up to our back door as we were walking down the basement stairs, and there was a raccoon friend. I did not notice my husband slip off of a step and then tumble down the stairs with his hands full of McDonald's, because he's a gentleman, carrying the food, and he fell down. And sometimes I don't do so well in emergencies. So my response was, "Oh my God, are you okay? There's a raccoon outside." And he was upset, and I was like, "Okay, I'll go get your mom," because she was here. And she has some medical background. She was a medical assistant for a little while, so she kind of knows like whether or not if it's a real emergency or not. So I left my husband laying on the floor in the basement, ran up the stairs, found his mom, threw the door open to the room she was in, and shouted, "Derek fell down the stairs, and there's a raccoon outside." Or there's a really big raccoon in the backyard. And then we heard, are you freaking kidding me about this? And he was really upset that I got distracted by the raccoon and left him on the floor. And that's reasonable. I, once again, was distracted. I should have made sure he was okay instead of worrying about the raccoon. So, I'm sorry, honey. So now that's a joke between us sometimes when we get hurt is, was there a raccoon? He did that to me the other day and it was really funny. Yeah. We currently don't like the raccoons. They're not our friends. They, we had some chickens and, unfortunately, we thought we had the coop sealed up tight enough, and unfortunately we did not, and they got inside. So, Cosmo, what are you doing? No. Okay, Cosmo's not letting us into the house. Cosmo! We're gonna pass out. Let me in. Oh no! Cosmo! Let me. I know. I want to get in, but they won't let me in. Move. What am I gonna do? He won't let me in. Cosmo! What do I do? He won't let me inside. Ricky! Ricky, let me in! Should have named him Ricky. Well, I guess we'll just, like, pass out here, because our cat won't let us into the house. I'll just stand here. It's all good. It's all good, friends. I'm gonna turn down the AC, because it's...
Whoop.